Help, I'm pregnant for a ghost. I met Isaac on my way back from work one evening. I'm walking towards home. I met a guy. As he was approaching me, I looked at him and I was like, he looks very interesting. He was a very interesting person with an alluring smile. As he approached me, he said, "Hi, how are you?" But being a girl, I was like, so I looked at him up and down and I continued my journey. He ran back towards me and said, "Hi." I stopped, looked at him again, up and down, and I said, "Hi." He said, "Hi, my name is Isaac." I said, "Okay. Hi, Isaac. My name is Mary." "Nice to meet you, Mary." The conversation started from there. He started walking me home, and he was so funny, interestingly. So I was like, so maybe we can be friends. As we were walking towards home, he asked me, "Where exactly do you stay?" Because we've been walking for about 15 minutes now. So I said, "No, my house is right across the street in front of us." And he said, "Okay, fine." He escorted me to my gate. As we got to my gate, we kept laughing and talking about small talk and small chat. He told me a lot of things about himself, but interestingly enough, I wasn't really paying attention to that. So I was like, you know what? This guy could actually be my friend. But I had to go inside the house. So I was surprised because when I was going inside the house, he did not ask for my number. And I was like, why is this guy not asking for my number? So I asked him, "Are you not going to ask for my number?" He said, "No, I won't. I will find you whenever I'm looking for you. This is your house, so clearly, whenever I knock, you'll be there to answer." I said, "Okay, fine." I went inside the house, I made my meal, I ate, but I couldn't stop thinking about Isaac. There was just something about him that was so alluring, and I couldn't wait to see him again. 3 days passed. One day after work, there was a knock on my gate. Surprisingly enough, it was Isaac. "Hi." "Oh, hi, Isaac. Long time." He said, "Yeah, long time indeed. But like I told you, I would find you whenever I wanted you." And ever since then, a beautiful relationship began between me and Isaac. 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, I'm telling my friends about my boyfriend, Isaac. Every time I wanted to introduce him to my friends, Isaac was always at work. He had a very interesting job that almost nearly started around 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. So every time around 3, he had to get ready to go to work, and then he would be back around 7 p.m. in the evening. So in my thinking, maybe he worked very far from where I was staying, so he had to start off early so that he can get to work on time. He was a hard-working person. But every time I asked him where he worked, Isaac. So interestingly enough, I just loved the person without wanting to know where exactly he worked. So as time went by, my friends asked about him, but I couldn't introduce him to them. 4 months down the line, Isaac moved in with me. Something about him just wanting to spend a lot more time with me and getting to know me more. We started staying together, and it was a very beautiful relationship, like I said. Comes at 7 p.m., leaves at 3 a.m. every day, even on Sundays when I expected him to be home. But of course, one thing led to another. I fell pregnant for Isaac. One day, I got a visit from a friend, during the day, of course. And we were chatting, drinking, just catching up on life. And so she asked me, "Where is this Isaac that you mentioned of? And I'm like, guys, you don't understand. The guy goes to work every 3 a.m. and comes back at 7 p.m. So she was like, "Nah, man, that's crazy. But at least can I see a picture of the guy?" Oddly enough, I had one picture of Isaac in my phone that I took literally just randomly because we didn't take many pictures together. I showed her and I said, "This is my man." I was so proud to show him a picture of Isaac. Fast forward, she looked at the picture very closely. Then maybe she knows my man from somewhere. Or maybe he has another girlfriend that I don't know of. When she looked at that picture and she said, no, girl. And I said, no, I'm a Kalagu area 25. And she said, no. If I'm not mistaken, Anamarira. Then I was like, how is that possible? Maybe he had a twin brother that he didn't tell me about. Because clearly the man that I have is very much alive. And we do things that normal human beings do. And she said, no. Isaac, I'm a I couldn't believe what she said. So we just chatted it out and just let it go. She went back home. But of course, a few days later, she still reached out to me and said, wait, you mean this guy is never around during the day? Then I said, of course, I'm a Karaurari Winchido. She said, okay, if he really does go to work, one morning akamapita kunchiro akamaza nyamuka chamma 3 iweso zakhaleburi wakonzeka ukumulondola mbuyomo asazakuone, just see where he goes. I said, okay, fine. Now, because it was in the middle of the night, when Isaac was leaving, I asked the guard kuti andiperekeze tiyende limodzi ndikaone kuti kunchiro kwa munanga ndikutiko. So as we were going towards wherever he was going, I saw Isaac turning somewhere that looked like it was a graveyard. I thought to myself, chifukwa jani Isaac akukhotera pamanda. Me and the guard looked at each other surprisingly. And when I saw him enter the graveyard, lo and behold, Isaac just went missing. I told my friend what I had seen, and she said, no, you need to confirm again. The next day, the same thing happened. I didn't want to confront him about it because I was actually getting scared. Who is sleeping in my bed? Who am I keeping in my house? Fast forward, when I explained this again to my friend, she said, you know what? I know where his relatives are staying. Isaac, is he still there? When we went there, of course, we met his mother and his brothers. And when I showed him the picture of the person that I was looking for, everybody just gave me a sad face and started crying. Isaac, anatisia galigale. So what do you mean this is your boyfriend? Shockingly enough, I was like, wow, this is weird and strange and scary. I was dating somebody that died many, many years ago. And I told his mother, I said, no, guys, I'm pregnant for this person. Didn't you mean by Isaac? How do we explain this? Oddly enough, he was a ghost that also ghosted me because after that, he never showed up at my house ever again. So help, I am pregnant for a ghost.